What's good, Panther Nation? It is your Captain Tornado McCray here with another episode, man. It's a game review for the Carolina Panthers. Y'all know we back again. Hall of Fame game was last night. I got to give y'all my thoughts. Hey, listen, this has been a blessing. Y'all know I do these game reviews. I generally do them right after the game, but last night it got so late, I got tired. I ain't even going to lie to y'all. I just could not fathom everything, but I was excited. I was thrilled. I was happy about how that game played out. I was honestly, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. That game was amazing. I think Haynes King was phenomenal. I think the team played overall quite well, and it was a blast. It was a blast to watch. I held a Discord watch party last night, so for those of you, hey, listen, man, join the Discord. If you're a Panther fan, join the Discord, man. We can have watch parties all night and all season. That's what I'm going to try and do every game. I'm going to try and have a watch party. I will be at the Cleveland game because that is also my birthday weekend. So I am going to be up there. So I will not have a watch party for that game because I will be there. So if you're there, come meet with your boy. We're going to have some fun. But, man, wow. Great ending, great finish. There's a lot to talk about, and there's a lot to discuss. Now, here's all I'm going to say. First things first, Haynes King, hell of a performer, hell of a performance in the clutch. The man knows what he wanted to do. Haynes King balled out, and I'm just so happy for him. I'm so happy for him because he looked loose. He looked free. He looked like he could do whatever he wanted to do. He felt comfortable, was making great, precise throws. Some of them were a little arid. Some of them were like a little too far here and there. Some of them, the receivers had to adjust because he had a few dots that were playing just dropped. Jimmy Horn, Jasim Reed. I think Anthony Tyus had a drop that he easily could have had. So there were definitely a few here and there that could happen. But Haynes King balled out. If I had to pick right now based off that game last night, Haynes King is QB2, Kenny Pickett is QB3. Now, it is just after one game. It is just one spiel. So let's not look too much into it. Like, I ain't gonna look too much into it and think it's the end of the world. But Haynes King did ball out. And he showed me more promise than Kenny Pickett as a passer and also as a runner. There are multiple times where Haynes King flat out said, oh, there's nothing open. The seas parted. I'm just gonna go get this first down. And had a willingness to. Then the big run he had to set us up in the red zone and had the awareness to run to the sideline and get out of bounds to save the clock too. Like, that's the stuff you want out of your quarterback, out of your players. It don't matter if they're a rookie, 10-year vet, 5-year vet, 2-year vet, 8-year. Like, you want people to have that awareness off rip. He knew, okay, I'm wide open down the field, but if I get tackled in bounds, clock keeps running. Let me go ahead and run all the way to this sideline and just get over there and get out of bounds, stop the clock. Smart IQ play, man. Very smart IQ play. So I love that for him. I'm happy about that. And then when it was time to be clutch, he made a hell of a pass to Jimmy Horn Jr., who had a phenomenal game, and we'll talk about him more. He made a hell of a pass to Jimmy Horn Jr. Then on the last play, he didn't panic, didn't throw in the double coverage. He knew he was an athlete. He said, bet I can beat him. Let me get there. Stretches out, hits his Mendoza. Game winner. Game, set, match, man. I'm so happy about that. Hold up. There we go. All right, man. But yeah, the boy was playing well, and I liked everything. And part of his play, and I have to give credit where credit is due about this, is Brad Izzik's play calling. Brad Izzik's play calling last night looked really good. It looked comfortable. There were a couple times we went 5 wide. I said, whoa. And it worked. We did play action to keep them off balance. It worked. We went with the run game. Now, we passed more than we ran the ball from what I saw, or at least we had more pass attempts. However, I'm just thinking about it. I'm like, man, this was actually a really well called game offensively, and I loved it. And what's crazy is when I'm looking at the stats. Hold up. Let me pull them up for y'all. No. Go there. There we go. All right. Yeah, because when I'm looking at the stats themselves, we pull this up because I know y'all want to see it too. There we go. Listen, man. We had 378 total yards, 237 passing, 141 rushing, 29 of 45 on the day, which is pretty good. And then we had 22 rushing attempts. And we were getting 6.4 yards carry. That's not bad. We only gave up 1 sack. And we actually had 5 penalties. Now, that one fumble almost hurt us. And we didn't have time possession. But overall, I thought this was a well-called game. 9 of 14 on third down. We had 16 passing first downs to 7 rushing first downs. That's why I said Izek was willing to pass the ball a lot more. And he was creative with the pass calling. He made the passes. The passes he was calling were honestly good passes. And they were passes that the quarterbacks couldn't make. Kenny couldn't make some of those passes, whereas Haynes King could. I don't know if that was more so just a confidence factor or what have you, because it seemed as though Haynes King was just willing to drop it in the buckets, zip it in there, do his thing. But it looked comfortable. And then in the run game, we still looked pretty solid up front in the run. We just did not run as much as a person would think. So I'm liking Izek's play calling more and more. I'm enjoying it. And I think it's going to look better once we get the starters in. And now that he knows he has full control and he can do his thing, and he's got Bevel sitting there in his ear to help him out, and Canales can focus on other stuff, it works out for the offense as a whole. And I'm liking what I'm seeing. Another thing I do need to know, well, not even know, I need to make sure we do. Carolina, please, 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 please keep A.J. Dillon. The reason why I'm saying that is because he is a big body we are going to need in the red zone. Keep A.J. Dillon. If we got to keep all 4 running backs, cool. Cool. A.J. Dillon is the big body we can use on red zone, 4th and 1. We just need power. Like, A.J. Dillon is a big guy like that we can have just go downhill and do his thing. Chuba and Jonathan, even Trevor, are speedsters in a sense. Speedsters and cutbacks. A.J. Dillon, straight power, run downhill, run over a man. I want us to keep A.J. Dillon. Flat out. Please, 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 please. If you don't do anything else, please keep A.J. Dillon. I would greatly appreciate it. And I think it'd be great. Also, speaking of running backs, Miles Davis, I like you, sir. You were fighting for that contract last night. You were that big run and you almost took it to the house. That man said, let me fight for my contract. Let me do my thing. I like that out of you. I'm going to keep my eye on you because you could be very good. You could be very good. And I hope, if nothing else, Carolina keeps you on the practice squad. That way, if something does happen down the line, they can call you up and you easily can hit the ground running and do your thing. I think you can fit into this offense very well, sir. I think you have a place here. I think you should be kept around. I truly should. So, I was liking what I said. As far as receivers, first thing that was established, I need y'all to know. Jimmy Horn needs more reps. It was proven last night. Canales, Izek, everybody on the offense, make sure y'all get Jimmy Horn involved more this year because the man is going to be good. He's clutch when you need him to be clutch. He'll go up and get the pass. The only thing, he was beating everybody on routes. The only thing that made me mad last night was he could have stopped and just back shouldered, high pointed the end zone pass, and it would have been a touchdown. instead of trying to continue running and catching it one-handed. I get momentum might have taken him. He's like, oh, maybe. But if he just like, oh, it's backwards, stop, and then just like back shoulder, tiptoeing on the sideline, and that comes with experience. He hasn't been in that position much because of some people. So it comes with experience, man. But you let him do his thing. You let him go out there and do that, boy. Kid gonna be good. We gonna be solid. Jimmy Horn is really like that. John Mechie had a great day too. I cannot sleep on that. John Mechie, you had a great day at the receiver position. I can't deny it, because reason why I say Jimmy Horn, he led the receivers with 44 yards on 4 catches. But John Mechie was 3 catches, 38 yards. Jasim Reed, he made up for his drop, and he had 2 catches for 30 yards and 1 touchdown. Casey Washington, he also had 3 catches for 24 yards. Anthony Tyus had a catch out the backfield that he made for a touchdown, so good for him as well. But yeah, it looked really good, and I was liking what I was seeing. Jatavian Sanders, you almost got killed, sir. I'm going to need you to go down. When you get tackled, go down. Please. Please, sir. Yeah, nah, because what was you doing? Nah, sir, there were like 3-4 catches. I'm looking at Jatavian Sanders. I'm like, go down, please. I do not need you getting hurt. I do not need you getting hurt, sir. Not this early. Not this early. Yeah. Just go down to the ground. I'm okay. I'm okay, bro. We fine. We established. We good. We good. We good. We're good. But overall, offensively, I liked what I saw. I did like what I saw offensively. I thought it was really good. O-line did a great job providing a pocket for both Pickett as well as Haynes King. There were a couple times like we got beat on the interior on the O-line. Like very first drive, Pickett got sacked because he stepped up into the pocket, but we were already beat interior wise, so he kind of stepped into a sack, and I didn't like that. I was like, you probably could have rolled out, maybe something, giving yourself a better chance, but it's okay. It's okay. These are the growing pains. This is what we go through. This is how we get there, man. On the defensive side, first thing, the biggest thing, the pass rush. Pass rush did appear to be a little bit better. Granted, we all know this is second, third, and fourth string, so they could look better now and maybe not, but depth-wise, personnel-wise, the way we were getting back there, it did appear as though our pass rush is already better, even in a depth perspective. Not just, like, obviously adding Jalen Phillips and company as our starters, but depth-wise, it seems like we have guys who can get back there in the pass rush and make some noise. So I did like that. On the secondary part, Will Lee the third, boy. You balled out. You balled out. Now you got beat on a stop and go. Other than that, you balled out, sir. You had a few pass breakups. You had a great tackle to start the game. You had, honestly, a few good tackles. One of my favorites was you and Ransom tackling, I think, number 86 together. Like, y'all both stopped him right before he got a first down, which I liked. I think they ended up holding him to a field goal, maybe? I can't remember. No, I don't think that drive did hell it. But it was a great tackle anyways. But Will Lee the third, he showed a lot of promise. He showed a lot of confidence. He played very well in my mind. And he keeps balling out like that. The boy gonna make me want to buy another 24 jersey. Truth be told, he gonna make me want to buy another 24 jersey, and I'll happily do it. But like I said earlier, he got beat on a stop and go. And that's my next point. All our corners were getting beat on double moves. And I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I'm going to need us to practice that, because that's not only indicative of something. The reason why I'm saying this is because even in the training camp videos that were popping up of like one-on-ones and whatnot, our DBs were getting beat on double moves a lot. Like Horn beat Merrick on an out and up. I know Mechie beat Charles Smith-Wade on an in and out. I know T-Mac beat, I want to say it was Corey Thornton on a double move. Jasim Reed won on a double move. So double moves seem to be our secondary's weakness right now. So Evero, I'm gonna need y'all to lock that in. We can't keep getting beat on double moves. Lock that in. That is not about to be the weakness. If everybody figures out, oh, all you gotta do is stop the first time and then go, Carolina's gonna bite and get beat over the top. Lock that in, bro. We not doing that. We not doing that this year. I'm not having that. I'm not having that. And the last thing I do want to mention, Thunderbird, number 20, you didn't look good, bro. You didn't look good. You did not look good. It didn't look positive. It didn't look happy. It just, it doesn't look good, but it's okay. It's okay. We learn it. We live and we learn, man. We live and we learn. Special teams wise, Sam Martin, great punts all night. Ryan Fitzgerald still being clutch. I had no qualms. And I'll say the two best plays of the night. Obviously, Haynes King's diving touchdown to win the game. But also Lathan Ransom's hit, his big hit early in the game. Ooh. Woo! That boy's big hit early in the game, yeah. Yeah, that man put a lick on old boy. So those will be the two plays of the game for me that I loved and I was really hyped for. And overall, I thought Carolina played phenomenal. They played comfortable. They played phenomenal. It was the highest scoring Hall of Fame game in NFL history. It was the closest game since 2018. And it was the first game that ended with a walk-off touchdown. And Carolina's now 2-0 in the Hall of Fame games. So I'll take it for what it is, man. That's great. That's great in my mind. I love it. Overall, I'm thrilled. I'm comfortable. I'm happy. And I think we're going to be in good hands. Now, next week, something different could happen. Haynes King could be bad and Kenny Pickett could be great. It's very possible. But I do think the gap between Kenny Pickett and Haynes King is a lot closer than people originally thought it was going to be, including myself. But I'm happy about that. I'm very happy about that. I like the play calling on offense. I like the personnel we have depth-wise. And defensively, outside of the double moves, we seem to be solid on the back end in terms of depth, even with all the injuries. So, that being said, Panther Nation, I think we okay. I think we're going to be okay, man. But guys, y'all let me know in the comment section below how y'all felt about the Hall of Fame game and everything else in between, because y'all know at the end of the day, y'all know the deal. I'm just a skinny brother with two tats. So, peace. Much love to all of y'all. Take care. Later days. I'll see y'all for next week's game review. I'm out of here.